Today's meme of the day is... So, with Death Battle kind of reaching their milestone episode soon, one topic's been kind of coming into light, and while I was browsing Death Battle's Reddit server, I know it's a very dangerous area to go to, but I saw a post by someone known as Senko Bread. I don't know what Senko means, but you know what? If it's a ninja style with bread, I am all for it. And he posted a very interesting poll on the Reddit, which I didn't even know you could put polls on Reddit. He asked, "Do you think Death Battle episodes should always end in death?" Question mark. 88 people said yes. 52 said no. 36 were kind of unsure. And it got me thinking, with how Death Battle's changed over time, is the death necessary anymore? And I guess kind of similar to when we spoke about Rooster Teeth on Death Battle back, I kind of say yes, but I can understand why people would say no.
I'm just going to make this simple and say, well, yeah, because it can really depend on the matchup. If there's no other way to have someone win, then sure, I guess, but I don't know. Also, technically, we already have a Death Battle episode that doesn't end in a death, and yet someone still wins. That being Starscream versus Rainbow Dash from season 1.
That's true. I guess before we get to the discussion, Sean, what's your quick answer?
I do partially agree that it depends on the matchup, but you need a climactic finale, basically. And deaths are a good way of doing that.
Because it's literally the climax of their life. Alright, but, okay, so the quick answer to this, to wrap up this part quickly, I guess you could say yes. But I want to kind of look at it from how this person kind of stated it. Because in the conversations, he was kind of bringing up points how, is it necessary to have characters who are naturally good kill someone who is also naturally good and they just seem unaffected by it? Now, I try and look at this from how Death Battle kind of started off as well. So, Death Battle, inspired by Deadliest Warrior, a series we talked about in the past. How Deadliest Warrior did their episodes, they would do the analysis, show the training videos, showing how the weapons worked. Then when it came to the fight, this might surprise a lot of viewers who have never watched it, there's actually no dialogue during the fights. Literally, when the Samurai and Viking fought, they just saw one another and were just like, let's kill each other. When Washington versus Napoleon arrived, they just decided, let's kill each other, even though they were allies during the war. Yes, America was supporting a dictator. No comment. I'm just going to put an image on screen. So, yeah, it's kind of...
That aged well.
Yeah, so... How Deadliest Warrior did this, no dialogue hey, why is the Viking and Samurai fighting each other? We don't know, they're just fighting each other. In a way, that's kind of how a little bit of Season 1's Death Battles kind of started off. Why did Boba Fett and Samus fight each other? I don't know, they were flying in the same airspace, or space. Why did Akuma versus Shang Tsung fight each other? Look, there's two egotistical dickheads, of course they're going to fight each other. Now, obviously there's been future episodes in Season 1 where, there was dialogue, Vegeta versus Shadow, which I believe that was the first episode to feature voice acting. You guys could correct me on that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Or how about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Why the hell were they fighting to the death? We don't know, because Death Battle was not in its, cinematic phase, I guess we'll call it. Most of the Death Battles were just, we've done the analysis, we've given our feats, our calculations, here's them fighting now. Because...
Yeah, the fights are always just meant to be this is a simulation.
Yeah. Now, you could make the explanation, though, as Death Battle's gone on over time, and because we're having the characters be more like their characters and not just sprite models and 3D models just battling one another, do you really want to have these sort of characters murder people? Now, to an extent, let's look at it from like the hero's perspective. There are certain heroes I can see killing their opponent. A big example of this, Iron Man. Now, I'm specifically talking about comic book Iron Man. MCU Iron Man is a Giga Chad. Respect to the man. Or, I guess...
I mean, he killed the villain in his first movie.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like...
And second, actually.
Right, but did he kill a hero or want to? MCU Iron Man is a really well-written character. Even during the Civil War phase, he didn't want to kill any of the other Avengers. He didn't even want to fight. Like, he wanted Captain America to just stop what he's doing right there at the airport. In the comic book version of Iron Man, this man literally hired the Punisher to just freaking gun people down mafia style during the Civil War. Like, when Captain America's having that big meeting, he literally hires Punisher to just machine gun all of them. It's like, damn, Iron Man, you're a dick.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's like, okay, that was during the Civil War, he was under a lot of pressure from the government. Okay, how about that time he literally put, like, nanobots into one of the heroes and caused them to almost be permanently paralyzed just to stop them because they were going to stop Iron Man from hurting another hero. It's like, wow. Like, seriously, comic book Iron Man's a dick. And not an entertaining one like Robert Downey Jr. No, he's just a dick. He's basically Elon Musk if he was a superhero. Him killing Batman and him killing Lex Luthor, even if this was MCU Iron Man, yeah, like, Lex Luthor needs to be put down. Like, his ego is not... Like, if in the latest Superman film, he literally killed a hot dog attender just because he gave Superman a hot dog at one point.
I thought it was a falafel.
No, he gave him a hot dog at one point.
It was something.
Yeah, but the point is, he killed a food vendor because he gave Superman free food. Like, yeah, Iron Man, incinerate this bastard. Now, some people would argue, he wouldn't do this to Iron Man, though. MCU, he wouldn't do this to Batman, would he? MCU, Iron Man, no. I can't see in any circumstance, even under a misunderstanding, he would kill Batman. Comic book Iron Man, he would gladly kill Batman. Like I said, this guy was not afraid to potentially kill Spider-Man, Captain America, or even other members of the Avengers. Even Hulk. And no, this wasn't under some like contingency plan like how Batman does. No, like he's willing to kill a hero if it means protecting the world, like instantly, like no hesitation. Now obviously this goes without saying, would Batman try and kill Spider-Man, or would he even try and kill Captain America in his... I guess we'll bring that up because, that is an actual one way he won. No, I don't see Batman wanting to kill Captain America. Hell, I mean, in the crossover fight, even though he won the fight, he saved Captain America at the same time. Especially the way how he kills Captain America. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, he would not kill someone that gruesomely.
Also just how goofy it is.
I mean, it's...
Like, he smacks him with a shield and goes flying like he's in Smash Brothers.
Comic books. They're wacky. Like, I guess when you look at the context of, like, the characters themselves, like, for instance, Yang killing Tifa. Yang or Tifa would not kill each other. They are the most, like, fun people to be around. I could actually imagine if they did that death battle now, and they didn't have to kill thing, it probably would have ended with, like, a playful fight, and the victors, like, helping out the other. Blake killing Mikasa? No, obviously Blake wouldn't kill Mikasa. Mikasa killing Blake...
Okay, this is my thing.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Like, yeah, no. Well, depending on the circumstances, no, Blake, like, I don't see her, like, killing Mikasa. Mikasa, on the other hand, it really depends on the circumstances.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also like... Sorry, Sean, go ahead.
I think you can also make an argument for some characters that if push comes to shove, they would have no choice, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and we brought up Blake and Yang, exactly what happened with Adam.
Wouldn't go that way. I was more so thinking, like, imagine if Cole was fighting, James instead of Alex. Because James is the more heroic version with Alex's powers. If push came to shove, Cole would logically probably have no choice but to put him down for good,
Yeah, no, Cole versus Alex is a good example of like, because we don't have many heroes versus villain fights. Like, okay, Cole killing Alex, yeah, Alex is far from redemption in a stupidly written series. They really ruined Alex's character in the second game. But yeah.
I'm trying to think, how many hero villain fights do we have?
Yeah. Well, let's go. What about Doomsday versus Hulk? Like, yeah, Doomsday is definitely going to want to kill Hulk. He only lives to kill. Like, that's literally a line. I live to kill you. Like, that's literally Doomsday's existence. So, like, yeah, you can look at a lot of hero characters. Like, you know, Batman wouldn't kill Captain America. Spider-Man even wouldn't kill Batman. He probably would have just left him webbed up and just be like, sorry about that, web swing, just leave him upside down. Like a lot of we could just pretty much skip all of them. Every hero versus hero fight, 90% of them wouldn't kill. Like a Hulk versus Godzilla, though, on the other hand, yeah, that's a fight I could see Hulk. Yeah, like Godzilla would need to be put down given how much destruction he's leaving. But villains versus villain fights, I'm pretty sure 90% of the villains would kill each other. Like Lex versus Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Doctor Doom's killing Lex Luthor. Like, oh no, I'm morality. Nah, I'm killing you. Like, yeah, Doctor Doom does not care for morals. Another example. Would you, I guess, Chosen Undead versus Dragonborn's more of a neutral fight, because they're role-playing characters. But those two are other characters I could see that would totally kill each other, because EXP game, you know, stepping out of the gameplay, you know, logically they wouldn't know who each other are, and they're both fighting to protect the world, so they would naturally assume you need to die so my world lives.
Question.
Answer.
For the hero villain thing, how do we count, say, Discord and Megatron?
Honestly, Megatron I could definitely see would want to kill Frieza. Like, you know, even when he joined the bots, because you got to think, he was still a tyrant and he was still, like, cold-blooded. Or cold oil.
Sure. By the way, that is what I've been trying to do, just count the hero-villain fights.
Right, fair enough. Well, even Discord, like, even though Discord is not a killer, as far as I'm aware, if he had no choice, he would I mean, similar to how he sacrificed, and I still love that ending to his death battle. Like, he lost, but he still made sure Bill didn't get the win. But if he did win that fight, he would definitely kill Bill. And yes, I only wanted to go to that discussion just so I could make that reference. But I guess,
but in a
sorry, go ahead, Sean.
If you write it to where it has to be like a push comes to shove effort, then you can make it work for hero characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also the idea of like sparring maybe gone a step too far.
That's actually what I was going to lead into for my major point regarding the hero characters. Because Death Battle's gotten a bit more cinematic, having more characters with vocal performances and stuff like that, I can understand people's annoyance when such characters kill the other based over a misunderstanding stuff like, you know, I brought it up before, Yang versus Tifa. Even though I said both would neither would kill each other, how Yang kills Tifa is very cold-blooded of her out of character, because before, like, you know, Adam and stuff like that, Yang's never killed anybody. Like, aside Grimm, but Grimm aren't necessarily living creatures with feelings and morals, they're monsters and demons. So, obviously, the way she just casually snaps her neck and just walks away and goes, nailed it, does feel a little barbaric, and the reason I say it's barbaric because, thanks to Ruby, when Blake and Yang kill
barbaric.
I was glad someone got that.
Damn it, Barbara!
I put a lot of emphasis on bar as well. No one was saying anything. I was like, oh, they didn't get it.
How the hell I never made that joke in the 10+ years since that fight has come out?
We're not worthy to make jokes like that.
But no, so what I'm trying to get at is that, you know, when Yang and Blake killed Adam in the show, you know, the next season, they're not exactly like, meh, whatever. Like, they generally have an episode where they're both kind of like, even though they say we did what we did, you can kind of see that they're both still like, yeah, well, we still killed a man. He was my ex as well, so it's kind of like, you know, I got to see his other red sword. You know, it's kind of one of those like, yeah, like these characters, like even with Blake's episode, like she kills Mikasa and it's just all cheerful about it. It's like, Blake's not that cold-blooded. Like, I'm not saying I want the characters to like fall to their knees, like I just took a life. Oh, woe is me. But it's kind of one of those things where you can make the character kind of look like a bit of a dick. Like, look at Captain Falcon versus Johnny. Like, all Johnny wanted to do, he was just doing a news interview saying, hey, I'm going to be in a movie as Captain Falcon. I'm going to kill you. It's like, Jesus, man, he was just doing a movie.
Yeah. Also, there's like Vegeta 4, like Vegeta's just like training man in his own business, and 4 just picks a fight with him.
Yeah, well, it's more so like
just because.
Yeah, I don't think he really picks a fight with him. I think he more so just like it starts off cheerful, like 4's just bantering, but obviously Vegeta's pride was kind of hurt.
I mean, he throws the hammer at his face.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point actually. I guess he was kind of a dick in that, but like. At least with something like Goku vs Superman, because both don't go their full potential at the fear of destroying their planet, when Goku mentions the Dragon Balls, that's when Superman kind of shows his full... Like, we're going to assume in this continuity, DC just exists in the Dragon Ball universe, so they're probably used to the Earth blowing up and using Dragon Balls. So there is that sort of like...
Superman's just like, wait, hold on. We can destroy whatever we like. Things can get destroyed in our fight. And you can just wish it to be undone just like that. Yeah? I can finally flex!
Do you know what that reminds me of? I'm not sure if you guys know. There's not this DC Abridged series that was around for a while.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So there's this movie called The Court of Owls. It's really bad. The official one. The abridged version, so in the movie, the owls summon like these zombified things, and they don't say anything in the actual movie, but in the abridged version, there's one guy goes like, we are undead, we feel nothing, you can't kill us. Batman's like, so you're telling me a man that's had to restrain his lust to kill every single day, no matter what I do to you, you can't die? I regret saying that.
You're saying I could snap your neck and it won't kill you?
Like,
and just in his eyes, he's like, I have been waiting for this day.
It's such a good... That's what I imagine Superman was like. He's like, I'm going to go full on this. So I guess when you write a scenario...
Funny enough, our mutual friend Yang Insane showed me that clip after I joked about like Batman essentially being like that in the crossover with Deadpool.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, there was a crossover with him and Deadpool. Was it DC?
I'm just thinking, that writes itself.
Jesus, what's with DC and their crossovers lately? Ruby, Monsterverse, Sonic, and now Deadpool. I swear, if they do a freaking crossover with, I don't know.
I think they even teased that, like, a team-up that will be happening that is Green Arrow and Daredevil.
Yeah, I'm just going to call it now. They're going to do something stupid like, I don't know, DC and JoJo Bizarre Adventures. Why not?
Could you imagine if we got an official DC Dragon Ball crossover?
I will literally be in tears like, yes, I have waited for this since I was a child. That'd
be another case where I'm staying away from the Death Battle community.
But you know what? Like, let's talk about Dragon Ball characters, for instance. They don't really suffer consequences for when they kill people or when one of them dies because there's Dragon Ball. So you can imagine they would write a scenario where, depend on the characters, like obviously they did sound like Goku versus Darkseid. Good luck, Goku. You know, you can imagine Goku would be that sort of person that think he needs to kill Darkseid as well as probably lets him reach his full potential, which please don't let Darkseid reach his full potential, Goku. It won't end well for anything.
It's Goku, he lets everyone do it.
Yeah. So,
hell, he would even let Darkseid go.
He probably would actually, now that I think about it.
Hell, at the end of that fight, he'd give him a Senzu bean.
Oh, God. Literally.
And before anyone says anything, he's done it more than once.
He has. Oh, man. I understand, like, you know, Goku when he's fighting Frieza, he's only just gained the Super Saiyan form, so he's kind of got that, you know, the adrenaline. But he's in danger. It feels like a case of, like, he's confident Gohan could beat Cell. He should not have put frickin' his universe at risk during Tournament Pound. You know, that's a rant for another day. We're not here to rant about that. I can for ages.
You know, unrelated,
Yeah,
but I've always had this funny idea.
Alright, go ahead. We'll continue with this discussion.
Okay, so first of all, everyone's always like, "Oh, I want to see Bardock and Goku meet." I'm just like, "Hell no, I want to see Gine and Goku." Could you imagine Goku meets Gine, and she just pulls a Chi-Chi telling him off about like all the shit he maybe shouldn't have done? Like, you let Frieza of all people go, you revive him. Hell, you and Vegeta were even going to kill Broly and not him.
Oh my god, that's actually true. They were going to as well. Like, damn.
Like, just grabbing him by the ear and just like telling him off.
You know what? I even though we haven't seen much of it, I guarantee you, Gine was definitely the one that smacked Bardock over small things like, "Hey, why is your shoes on the sofa? I'm tired." Picks up a broom, "Get your foot off the sofa, okay." Like, she was the one with the pants in the relationship. Like, don't kid yourself, Dragon Ball community. She was the one with the pants.
She's also probably the only Saiyan that went to heaven.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
You know, there's an account called Gine Reboot, and they did a comic of like Chi-Chi, Bulma, and Videl meeting Gine in heaven.
You know, I always do.
It's actually really freaking sweet.
I actually do tend to forget it. Chi-Chi and Bulma actually died canonically. Like, I don't know why, because we don't really see those sort of characters die often. Like, I tend to forget that.
I mean, the one we don't see die is Hercule.
I know, isn't that crazy? He must have died at some point, like, because, you know, like an off-screen character.
Technically, when Frieza blew up Earth.
Yeah, that had...
But then Whis undid time and...
I know, but it's
so
crazy one. The only character to not die once is Hercule, like, Jesus. But anyway, do you want...
Speaking of whom, another example of like someone just not caring about like killing a dude, Hercule versus Dan.
Yeah, Hercule's a bit of a slime ball, but he's not the type of person that would kill someone. Heck, like, one of my very underrated moment with Hercule has to be when, even though he did technically lose to Kid Trunks, there's that cute moment where he actually pretends like he lost. And then, you know, he's like, "Oh, he beat me. Oh, well, I lost." I know he did actually lose, and he starts complaining about it, yeah, but I thought that's actually kind of a cute moment where, you know, he throws the fight. Like, it's like, okay, that's kind of cute.
He even says to the staff on the way back to his room, just like, "You didn't think I'd actually beat up a kid, did you?"
Yeah, like...
Then he like gets into his room, calmly sits down. I
love that moment. It's like I know it kind of retracts from the sweet moment, but it still shows his character. He's not a cold-blooded killer. I mean, heck, he managed to convince Majin Buu to stop killing. I mean, I know he had the brain of a child, but this is the man that turned like the devil into a cookie and ate him without any remorse. It's like, that's still a feat in itself. But I guess what I'll kind of...
By the way,
bring up... Okay.
Something I still love at the end of Hercule's fight is just his own monologue. "Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I need to change my pants."
Yeah, so I guess my final thing I would kind of say about regarding this, like, okay, so is the death battle necessary in Death Battle? Yes, the theme of the show is which character can permanently put down the other. You could argue if these characters didn't go full on out, one of the characters would probably throw the fight. Like, for instance, I couldn't see Batman wanting to go too far against Spider-Man, and I can also see Spider-Man not wanting to, you know, hurt Batman. Batman's still a human, after all, with very small feet, like, physical stats, so Spider-Man would hold back a lot. But the whole point of Death Battle is to find out which character could end the person at their full potential, not their minimum potential. Like... You know, hence why we've had Batman come out with a Hellbat suit, because they wanted to give Batman more than his standard arsenal, and yes, his much more dangerous arsenal is quite lethal, like the Hellbat suit. That suit was literally designed to kill someone like Darkseid. So I was like, yeah, like... That's the whole point of Death Battle. I can understand why people are a bit like, as the show's gone on, is death necessary? Because it kind of makes some of the good characters look like pieces of shit. like Deku versus Miles. Most of that fight is all playful, and then I think Sean, you brought it up when Deku hit him with the plus ultra. You notice he actually feels like he gets the expression like, "Oh no, I went too far," and he kills someone, and he kind of looks very sadly at it. That's like, yeah, he did technically.
Yeah, then he like pays respect afterwards.
Yeah, but then you also got to remember it's like he still killed a man after just sparring with him. Like, it's funny to imagine the aftermath. I think Max Futrace did like a funny edit when Poe killed Iron Fist, where he goes, "I can't wait to tell Master Shifu," and Shifu's just kind of looking in horror, like, "You just killed a man." So it's like,
Poe, you're gonna want to find a safe house. Like, lay low for a while because you're probably wanted for murder.
yeah, especially against an Avenger, like that's not something that gets glossed over.
Wait till Master Shifu hears about this. I murdered a guy.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of makes characters like Poe, who's like the sweet, innocent character, look like a bit of a dick. But I guess my final say on this is that, is the death necessary from a story perspective? Absolutely not. Like, most of these characters would not kill unless, as Sean said, unless push goes to shove. In the context of what the show's about, though, absolutely. We need to find out the max potential of these characters. We need to find out which of these characters can permanently put down the other. And sadly, that means you will have to go at their max potential.
Yeah. I'll just simplify this by saying they're writing a fight to the death, not an official crossover.
Yeah. I guess, Sean, you'll have the last say, unless, mate, is there something else you want to say before we give it to Sean?
No, I think the way I just said it, sums it up pretty well.
Fair enough. Shawnee, what's your take on all this?
It genuinely does depend on how you write it, and there are definitely characters, like we talked about, that when push comes to shove, they would have no choice but to kill who they're fighting. But it's still a way for Death Battle to show a grand finale to their animation. You can call it a death, you can call it a climax. It's still going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
But I do think it is necessary.
Yeah. So I can understand this person's critiques. It's kind of sad seeing your favorite characters either murdering someone cold-heartedly or them being murdered. At the same time, though, you've got to remember what the name of the show is. It's like going to it's like going to a movie about Superman or the Fantastic Four and being like, man, this film has a lot of Fantastic Four and Superman in it. It's like, I mean, did you read the title?
Yeah, it's like, do you think I enjoy seeing Mikasa die, especially with the imagery and the death cry?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know what you signed up for. It's called Death Battle, not friendly sparring. And
yeah,
so just look at it that way. There's also those people in the fandom that do those aftermath comic books where most of the time the heroes resurrect the other characters. So it's I can't remember if this actually happened or there's some Mandela effect. But I remember there was one where Yang visited Tifa in the hospital and she had a neck brace on and given her flowers.
It's not like a fan art thing.
Yeah, I know that's a fan art thing, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that after that episode. Yeah, it would be kind of cool if you had something more like that. I don't know, that officially, I don't know, Miles versus Deku, Miles gets brought back through, I don't know, Doctor Strange brings him back, and Deku goes too far. Miles, too far. And
I commissioned one.
Yeah, I actually remember that. I'm gonna put it on screen for people. Oh, that angry face, seriously, the expression Blake has in this comic is just gold, especially the last one. But anyway, so that's our final thoughts on this topic. What do you guys think? Do you think death is necessary in Death Battle, or is it unnecessary at this point? What did you think of Hulk versus Godzilla? Do you agree with the result? Do you disagree?
Oh.
And what do you think of the next time?
By the way, Bill.
Yeah.
Add this with it.
I'll be sure to add this image as well. Oh, God damn it, AG. Anyway, so yeah, so what did you think of those episodes, and would you like to see more content like this in the future? Be sure to join us on our Discord. We host events, we do lads debates, and you'll be able to get updates on our future content videos. For all that said, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to share the video around, keep the channel growing. Farewell, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.